Hello once again YouTube and welcome back to Fallout 4. And here we are, in the entrance bit of the Institute. No time to dilly-dally, let's just get into it, eh?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful.
Okay.
I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance.
That is a weird title,
I know
name,
what you
whatever.
mean. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Okay, creepy mysterious voice. I will do so. Oh. Oh. Kinda taking me against my will.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Well, it's not very hard
Welcome
to
to
see
the
why I might have that. Oh yes, the Institute.
This is the reality of the Institute.
Ooh.
This place, these people,
Fancy.
the work we do.
There are trees.
For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to
Water.
humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a
This
shared
elevator is
vision of
weird.
how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground.
Wonder why.
Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Oh, is that Sean? 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 Sean?
Sean?
Huh?
Sean?
Yes, I'm Sean.
Oh my god, it's Sean!
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me. Your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
I don't think he's referring to me.
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Reckon you don't get that feeling if you're playing as a female character, because as soon as he says father, it's kind of blatantly obvious.
Recall code.
So if you're a man, you get that little bit of suspense.
Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated.
Of
He's a
course
prototype,
not.
you understand.
You.
We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli.
A sent child.
Please try
You
and keep an open
bastard.
mind.
That's just
I
weird.
recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
To be fair, after the first time you experience that, it kind of loses all meaning and lackluster. It becomes anticlimactic.
Oh, come on. That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Hell of a story. But I guess it does make sense.
I'm glad you're willing to accept the truth. It's quite encouraging. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Including killing itself.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
60 years. So much
Oh, have I
time.
leveled up?
Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan.
And
He
now
never
he's
failed
dead.
the Institute. But his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Yes. So you're in charge, are
So
you?
you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future.
You
No
sure
matter
about
what
that?
those above ground might think of us.
Well, they have a pretty good reason to think that, though. With some of the whole synths wiping out entire towns and all that stuff floating around.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls. Dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know...
Yeah,
I
except
can
for
convince
synths
you.
killing people.
Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I am not so sure.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Okay, this is probably, in my mind, the most boring part of it. Of the entire time in the Institute is talking to the division heads. I find it monotonous and boring, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I have to. Wait, how the hell do we get out of here again? It's up the stairs and... No. Ah, this door. This is the one. Yep. Okay then. I'll probably cut to when I'm actually talking to the people. Because this place can be a bit of a maze.
Almost done.
That being said, here's one of them right here.
Drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
That one.
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch who murdered my wife.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard. If you ask me, we're better off without him. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Honestly, for the railroad purposes, but you're...
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
To be fair, it's just a lot of bullshit, so...
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then.
Oh, I don't
Right,
know.
on to the
Most
next
of them have
person.
lasted long.
Right, off we go to the bioscience guy.
I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick.
Hey, Doc.
Shut up, I won't talk.
So good to have you here.
Young Wally
Dr.
must be
Clayton
close to 10
Holder,
years old by now.
head of the bioscience
It's
division.
remarkable that any
I
child
can't
can
wait for you to see
survive
the
for
work
so
we're
long
doing.
up there, don't you think?
It's truly amazing.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over that guy talking. You dick.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As
Yes,
the name
make it
implies, the bioscience division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this
No,
point,
I didn't.
but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything more exciting than fake gorillas.
Speaking only for myself, I find them fascinating. Of course, I might be a little biased. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
Sure, I will.
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Nope.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
Couldn't give two shits. Anyway, the gorillas he was referring to. Shut up, person.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing
See?
promising results.
Gorillas. Yep. That's the thing. Why gorillas rather than something more useful, maybe like a cow? I don't know, a pig? You know, something that might provide some use instead of a gorilla. Why gorillas? Would come off as a bit weird. Anyway, I have a level up, I might as well do it. Okay, what do we got here? Go for snake. Yeah, fuck it, snake. Yep, and off to the next one then. Okay, advanced systems.
She's
That
been
one's
at
cool,
it for
right?
over 2 hours.
What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Actually, yeah. Just a second, because ammo. Not much, but it's helpful. No, I don't know. Whatever.
Well, that was productive. Sleep is such a waste of time. I'd rather be designing more efficient plasma emitters.
Okay, she's crazy about her work. And probably quite a dose of crazy as well. And now here we have Madison Lee.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Dr.
It's
Madison
you.
Lee.
You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Ah, a bitch as usual. I'm not sure how I feel about her. In one regard, she's a bit of a badass, and in another regard, she's a plain old bitch. So.
I get the impression you don't want me here.
What I want, in this case, is largely irrelevant. Father gave his orders. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
To be fair, I don't need to hear your bitching.
Thanks.
All right.
Oh, Madison Lee. I didn't like her in Fallout 3, and I don't really like her now. To be honest, in Fallout 3, she was slightly less bitchy because you were James's son or daughter.
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor.
But in this
to replace
case,
that old clunker
you're just a
in Mason.
bitch. Anyway, on to the last one? I think it's the last one.
Robotics.
Ah, here we
All looking
go.
forward to working
They're
with you.
dragging their feet
You're
on the
here.
targeting package
Glad you made
upgrades
it.
I asked for. Maybe I
Yes,
should
of
take
course
some
you are.
courses with me. You know, send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the
Report
other
anything
departments.
suspicious
You
to
going
the
soft on me
SRB.
a lot?
I'm in the
My methods
SRB,
get
mate.
results, and they will
Anyway,
list
shut up,
Doctor.
mate. I won't talk.
So, here you are.
Yes,
Just a nail.
here I am.
Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
Fair
I'm sure
enough.
you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
No. Yeah,
Why?
probably.
Don't you trust me?
Oh, it's nothing personal. I don't trust anyone. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly.
Playing
We
along.
can't allow sophisticated Institute technology to fall into the wrong hands. The results could be disastrous. Our main instrument is the Courser.
Your cheek looks a little fucked up from this
Designed
angle.
to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim
Anyway.
synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I used a shotgun. A very powerful shotgun. Yeah, I'm gonna say
I hate
that.
to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Oh yes, I
If
love this
you're
bit.
the acting head of the SRB, who were you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position.
Dr.
He's
Zimmer.
supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Trust me, mate, you won't find him, because last I remember, he was at... Where was he? Oh yes, underneath Rivet City, in the water, specifically, where I freaking dumped his body and his synth. Oh, I enjoyed myself doing that way too much.
Scanning unknown identity.
That was too much fun.
You can return to your duties.
Anyway, we use a terminal. Apparently I have to read Patriot's response. This'll do. I hope you guys don't mind me hacking this terminal.
Nice.
Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to remember how I do this. Here we go. Maintenance room. Go meet this guy then. Wait, did I remove the thing? Yes, I did. Good. Good, good, good.
Synth unit, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night.
Ooh, that shouldn't be naughty.
Nothing to report, sir. I carried out my duties, as usual.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message.
Yes,
How'd you even do
it is.
that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
But I was only...
What is it? Were you or weren't you accessing a terminal in SRB?
Trinity? What's that?
Trinity is an encryption system with a cipher, or key cut up into many pieces. You need several pieces in the correct order to unlock it. I put a Trinity piece with every synth I helped escape. It was a long shot, but I was hoping some good Samaritan would connect it all together.
It won't happen again.
Ah.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
The Railroad's in the business of helping synths too. That makes us friends.
What? The Railroad? As in the Railroad? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the Railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
Why are you helping synths?
At first, I just wanted to see if I could get away with it. It was a challenge, you know? But then I realized the synths are really just like us.
Wow.
Except without any freedom. I decided to help the ones that wanted to escape, so they can have a better life.
Fair enough.
How did you help synths escape?
Through hacking. The departments focus their best talents on hard science. Why waste time on terminal security, right? The SRB is the exception, and unfortunately, they control which synths go to the surface. But a forged work order from, let's say, bioscience can get a hand-picked synth on surface detail. And it turns out the Railroad was waiting for them. Wow.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once. But we'll need help.
A mass
Where's he working
escape,
now?
huh?
Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now.
Okay.
You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me.
That's nice,
no
but
offense.
we'll continue this in the next episode.
I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live.
That's okay. Rightio, shut up, mate. Anyway, that'll be the end of this episode. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. And I guess I'll see you in the next one.